Hello everyone, I am Abhishek and today we are going to solve wildcard matching. So let's first read the question what it says. So given an input string S and a pattern P, implement wildcard pattern matching with support of question mark and star, where question mark matches any single character and star matches any sequence of subsequent character, including the empty subsequence also. So the matching should cover the entire input string. So here star is there and A is there. So here both A is there and A is there. So only A will match and next two will not match. So here we are returning the false. But here in the A, like star can match any number of character with any character, also empty character, and total any number of character it can match. So we are returning here true. But CV question mark A is there, so question mark can match with the C, and A is not matching the B, so we are returning the false. But if something is there like question mark and star, then it could match. Okay, so here it says that we are given two strings, which is S as the string and P is the pattern. So we need to return true if the pattern actually matches the string based on the rules given here for question mark and star, and and if it didn't matches, then we need to return false. So matches any sequence of character including the empty sequence, means it can also match empty. So let's start writing the solution. So here also we will require the recursive function because this is a pattern matching thing, and we need to traverse through index wise, and we need to check that if our string is actually matching to the pattern or not. So let me write the helper function. Helper function will pass the S and the P, and here index will start from 0, and the pattern index also we will start from the 0, and we will have our okay, let's write the return type at the end. So first let's implement our recursive function, how it will be. So here we will have our string. I want to pass it by reference because I don't want to make copy, because it doesn't make sense to make copy again and again. So int ip index of pattern and int is as index string. So index pattern and index string I am passing here 0 0, and at the end we need to implement our solution in such a way that if s of is is equal to p of is, then we need to call our helper function with is plus 1, as we have, as from both the pattern and the string there is one match, one character match, so we are incrementing our index by 1 and ip 1s, and this is one thing. And the other thing would be if my pattern else, okay, we can go through the else if whatever sorry, this one will be ip, not is, ip. If my pattern is equal to question mark, then for the question mark I can write it in the way that it can match one character, So okay, we can do one thing here. We can move this condition in or condition to here. If IP is question mark, then also we can increment both our index to +1. And if our IP is star, IP is star, then we know that it can either match single character, it can either match multiple different character, or it can match empty character also. So if it's matching empty character, so empty character would be IP +1 and IS only, or it can also match multiple character. And from here I think that's it is required. If we got here true, then we will return true from here, and if we got true here, then we will return true from here, and if none of the case pass, then we need to return false. Any other case I am missing? Let's write the code, then we'll run and we will see if the code is correct or not. So if my is index becomes greater than equals to s.length, or my IP index becomes greater than equals to s.length length. If both is greater than length, we can return we can see that if our is is greater than length, let me make the two statement as different. If is is greater than length, uh, and IP is greater than length, then for sure that we can return true. If both are, if both index exceeded the length, length, yeah, p dot length, then we can return true. But if IP length exceeded, okay, and one more will be IP length exceeded, and one more will be just is length exceeded. Is length exceeded, then for sure it will be false if IP length is not exceeded. If IP length is exceeded, we need to check if IP, if P of IP is equal to star means it can match to empty character, then we can call this function again. So is and P, then it can take care of my answer whatever it will return. If for suppose any case IP is not star, then I need to return here false, else. Okay, let's not write here else, better write return false, because if in any case uh, if in any case like it returned false, then we can directly return the false from here. If we make the else statement, then false will get returned. Yeah, it can get returned, false can get returned, but when is will be greater than the s dot length, then here we will get our that memory, not memory limit exceeded, but uh, we are trying to access an index which is not defined, so we will get compilation issue here. So better to have this thing, and then ip star, if we got any true case, then we'll directly return the true here, true here, true, true, and let's return it from here with bool value, and let's try to run if it's giving us the correct answer or not. So here I am, semicolon, anywhere semicolon is missed, I have added everywhere else. Okay, so one answer wrong, white cap was wrong answer. For AA also, like if we have seen here that P of IP is star, then we are checking that if it is empty or not, or if it is not empty, we are just going through one case, is plus 1, is plus 1 star, and whenever it exceeded, it will go to this part, ip is greater than equals to base case. I am missing something on the base case. If it, we are checking here if it is greater than or not, then we are checking if it is less than p dot length, then we can go through it. Okay, and by any chance our p has got over but is there, then we need to return here false. अरे यार, every time I will, it will give us false only every time, everywhere it will give us false, because every time I am sending 0 0 it will be less than only. But how can I check here? Let's have equal to so base condition will be if is is equal to s dot length and ip is equal to p dot length, then we can say that we have matched everything and we can return true over here. But if I mean is is equal to length, we got it length, and IP is less than length, then only we are doing this part. Here also I need to add, and the next part would be if IP is equal to length and is is less than length. If IP equal to length, it reached the length but is haven't reached the length, then I need to return here false. Yeah, now it worked, but here we need to dp1. So I have to make here factor of factor factor int dp s dot length comma factor int. We can write here bool also, and int also is fine because bool value is converted to 0 and 1 in int, so this is also is fine. We can have your p dot length comma -1 length comma dp, and I need to pass the dp over here, and I have to type here dp of is ip if not equal to -1, if then return dp of is ip, and wherever I am putting the return statement, I have to just mention your dp of isip to be true or false. Then everywhere I need to return the same thing, and ip +1. So if it exceeded, then okay, here I cannot have my isip, correct. Okay, now let's run. Helper dp, I need to pass your dp. Every time I forget to pass the dp, so comma dp, here also comma dp, here also comma dp. So many functions call we are making. dp everywhere there is function called dp. Address sanitizer issue isip. So yes, s dot length p dot length. Okay, I have to mention it after all the base cases are done. Now it will surely work. Yeah, and now let's submit it. Yeah, so we have got our answer correct, and here we have done for 0 to n-1. So if we want to do from n-1 to 0, we can have our s dot length -1 as the last index, p dot length -1 as the last index, and whenever we are going to less than 0, I think I could have optimized this base condition little more properly, but let's have this for now because I need to think how can I optimize it. I think it is possible to optimize it. So again, if it is less than 0, and here also if it came to less than 0 and is is greater than 0, is is greater than 0, and if ip is greater than 0, then only we can have our function call. And whatever function call we are making, we will go one step back. Here also we need to go one step back, and here also we need to go one step back, and isp. Okay, all things are done. -1. Everywhere we are going one step back, and hope my base condition is correct here. If it's not correct, then it will okay. Again I need to write here 0. Any point we got where answer is failing, it's overflowed. So we are going from s minus 1, s dot length minus 1, and p comma p dot length minus 1. Yes, and whatever we got over here, we are checking if it is less than 0, we are checking if it is less than 0 and ip is greater than 0, or ip is less than 0 and is is greater than 0, then it is surely false. Ip is less than 0 and is is greater than equals to 0, it should be, and ip also greater than equals to 0, then we need to consider this because 0 index is also included. And if it is not true, then it's less than 0, greater than 0, correct. And then if it is not -1, then we are returning. Then isip we are checking. If it is question mark, mhm, if there is a question mark, we need to go to, that means there is one match. So this statement is correct, and I feel this statement we have done wrongly. So if ip is star, if it is star, then we can either make 0 empty string or we can make any string. So is -1 with it. Is -1 and ip. So if it is given like star, it should be correct. Let's see if it is working or not. Might be the base condition was wrong. Again we have got all true or all false. Everywhere it's false. So here also we got the false and we had the star. So one pattern index we had, but it will not match to 0 here. First it will go and it will match for ip 0. Then whenever it matched the star, we can consider empty character. Empty character would be if ip -1. So if ip is -1, if it is in the 0th index, and the -1 will bring the ip to here, this condition, and is will be greater than 0. so it will return false, and then this function will get called is minus 1 p ip and dp. So is minus 1, so string is there, so we are considering there is a one match and just ip, so a and star we will having in the next pattern. So then we will again have our star. It will call again this part, and it will again return the false, and it will again call this part, and we are going to is minus 1, but ip is greater than equals to 0, and again this there will be the star will be there. So because of the star, it should call this one ip minus 1. It will be ip minus 1, and now we will have our answer correct. Yeah, now we can submit the answer. Yeah, this is what makes our solution from n to 0 and 0 to 1. I have explained you both, and thanks for watching. And let me tell you the time complexity also. So time complexity here would be O of the length of the s and length of the p into multiplication of nm. It will be O of nm. N is the, let's say n is the length of the string s, and m is the length of the string p. So time complexity will be O of nm, and space complexity will be also the same, O of nm, because of this part, this dp we are taking, and plus the auxiliary space whatever the recursive stack will be taking. Like it can take recursive stack, if there is star, how much recursive stack it can take. It can go to the depth of size of s. So if star is there, so it can go to depth of size of s, or pattern is there, so it can go to the size of pattern p also. So auxiliary space can be like whichever will be the bigger value, bigger length, like s and p among both. So you can tell here like time complexity will be O of nm, and space complexity will be also O of nm plus O of n, we can say, for the auxiliary space. So thanks for watching my video.